So my first setup on this Yggdrasil map, I place my TP spawn and place my trap up here, so if anyone jumps down, they'll be caught, and then place my second one in this doorway right here, so if anyone pushes through, they'll be caught. And then lastly, I place my spider trap back sight, so it can't be broken unless someone pushes up. Then TP back to our spawn, saving time, and making this a complete setup. I place my TP back of A, right here, and I place my last spider trap on A short. Now, if you're playing this setup on B, here's a couple lineups you can do. You can first see that angle right there, and then here you can also jump up on top of this and have a little bit of a head peek. A lineup from this is as follows. You have to peek out to see it, and you can sit back here, throw your TP, and get some free kills. Then some on A, you can throw your trap through that and hit people, pull them. You have a nice little peak right here, and just gives you maximum map control for your team. And then there's a bunch of windows and stuff you can throw it through. That one didn't hit, but most can hit, and you can hit Planner from here. Now, moving on to offense. This map isn't as spider friendly as some. I want to make a video going over all the best spider maps coming up soon, but this map, there's really not too many ways to play spider. So first, you know, that place, I like to place my TP back actually, because if it's there, you won't be able to protect it with one of your traps. So I place my trap here, TP back in our spawn. Once I do that, I come over to B, which is the site we'll be hitting, place my second TP, and then I usually place a trap mid so that we can't get flanked. Now, our teammate's going to plant default right here, and it's underneath cover unfortunately, so you cannot use any spider lineups. But what you can do is you can kind of hop around and try to get this kill. So right here, you have to walk out and throw. You'll be spotted, but hopefully you can do it fast enough and get into cover where they won't be able to kill you. And then some lineups on A you can do if you want to reset it. I like to place my TP kind of or B terrace because it can be pretty fast rotate and it's pretty protected for the most part. Once you place it there, go ahead and go back to A. And this is pre-round also, just so you know, you can do all this pre-round, except for push, obviously this far up. Once your team gets pushed far enough up, you can place your TP here, and from there, your team can execute on the site. Once you have site, place one of your last trap on bomb, and from here, what you can do is you can kind of play from back here, although it's not the best angle to play from. As you can see, it does not reach quite far enough. But if you place one of your TPs here, you can go back and forth baiting out the enemy, because here you can actually reach the bomb. And so pull that previous TP over here. That's the great thing about Spider. And you can go through, shoot, and go back and forth to juke out the enemy. And that's basically all this map has to offer. So I'll see you guys in the next map. Moving on to Outpost, I like to place my TP in our spawn. I like to place one on each side also. One on A with my trap so that I can not get flanked. And then one on B so I don't get flanked on B main. And then this allows me to transport back and forth between each site, allowing my team fast rotates. Now, if we're hitting A main first, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to push my TP up about this far. And then after we plant, obviously, I'm probably going to sit around here. And you can make this jump if you jump and time it correctly. But the safer option is just to do this and just throw it, as this will land right on the bomb, securing you the round. And this has gotten me countless wins over the couple of months that I've played. Now, there's also one mid you can do if you throw a burner, then go through mid, kind of like a brimstone, player from Valorant, you can go here, throw yours up, and that will also hit. Now this one's a little risky because it takes a while, but will end up doing the same and have the same effect. Now, going over to A main, what you want to go do is place your TP back here, as this is out of the angle from mid, as well as being able to go back to it quickly. Now, after planting, a couple lineups you can do are as follows. You can do this lineup to hit anyone peeking with an op or a sniper. You can do this lineup for anyone holding this angle, which is a really good lineup. I've gotten a lot of people doing this. Kind of an anti-grenade lineup. And then after you plant, you can come back to main, and there's a lineup here. If you line up with this box right here, you can throw it right on a bomb and get a pretty good lineup, as you're far enough away that you'll be able to hear them coming, but close enough to land your trap on the bomb. And those are basically all the lineups I have for this map. There is one more for mid that I'll be showing you, but after I show you that, we'll move on to defense, which is where a lot of the spider mastermind can really start to happen. Now this one hits anyone holding mid over here, which a lot of people like to hold. It'll suck this whole area, getting you that free kill. Moving on to defense, I always do the exact same TPs, as this is just the most reliable and safe. I place one back here, and then I'll be placing one of my traps mid and one of my traps on B main. This will help my team hold B a lot easier. Then, if I am holding on B, I'd like to set up my TP over on A in case they go A. And the reason I have that trap in R spawn is so that I can sit on top of it and do all the lineups that for B from here. So for instance, there's one for mid if you would need that. B short, B crates, and throwing it. You can throw it the exact same place as on attack, right there, catching some people by surprise. And then also this spot can reach the planner. If you see, all this is reachable, and you can throw it, backing up a little bit to do so, but you can throw it and it will land exactly where they're planning, giving you that free kill and pull on the trap and the bomb person. Now going over to A, I like to place my traps likewise on A. I like to put them vent right there so that they have to walk out of the angle to shoot it. One over the top, and then one back sight so I can throw my trap through this little sliver angle right here and get the free kills once they hit my trap. As well as from back here, if someone's planning in the corner, you can, if you want, throw it over like this. Anyone sitting back. But if they are planning right in that corner, it's pretty hard to get one that ends up in that corner. So what you can do is throw it on the ground and it will actually come through that. So it would be a free pick for you. So basically you want to throw it as close to the wall as you can without it bouncing. And if they're close enough, you'll be able to pull them. So that's all the lineups on this. Hope you like this map, and moving on to the next one. The next map's a Ket, and what I'm showing you here is a B setup. I like to place my trap B main, my other one up over here so they can't flank me. And then I like to close that door just so my team's safe. And I'll run over here. Usually can get here before the round starts. Place my TP either back site or back in our spawn, giving us that free rotate if needed, as long as someone's holding mid right here. And then for my last one, I'll either put it right here and sit back here, because here's one of the best lineups. Like I showed you in my other game review, I got probably 4 or 5 kills in one game just doing this. So you just throw it right there, and that will give anyone pushing up, since it's such a close space. Now couple this with one of these and look at how much you can reach. You can reach all the way back there, and if anyone gets taken, they'll get pulled and then stunned, giving you a free kill. Now you can also line up for off rip, and you can throw one right here, and that'll land A steps, giving you free kills off rip. Now, moving over to B, you can sit up top here, or you can go down to, I believe, coast. And I like to set coast as it gives me more time to hear them and figure out where I should throw my TP. But a simple throw like that should do the job getting some people from coast. Then another one I have is for if they're planning. Now, obviously, you wouldn't be able to do it from probably there, but you could throw it right there. And that would be able to get the planner. And that's usually for on attack if you want to get someone off of the plant. Then another one you could do if someone's planning and they don't push coast is from here. And this will land in the same spot, but just giving you a little bit more safety to shoot them from. Now, one more I have is I just realized you could go across this also and hold it from here, which is pretty cool while recording this, so I'll definitely be using that. But yeah, like I said, I like to put one there, one up top like this. This is a different setup I use sometimes. I place one B tower just so I can have some high ground. I like to place one either mid or on A main, like I previously did, right here. And then place my TP back site as it's pretty safe from grenades. And from here you can't get a lot of lineups like that, unlike up top. Like this is the only one, and it doesn't. I wouldn't recommend that. If you want to play spider, you should definitely use your DPs better than that, as you can definitely get someone. But here, you can throw it from up top, get people that are sitting there, and then up top's a really great vantage point if you want to shoot people, or you can even do this lineup if they're pushing, which is a pretty cheeky one that I have yet to try in ranked, but I definitely want to try it as this looks like it's a pretty easy kill from spawn. Now, coming to attack here, it's a pretty close map that's pretty dangerous to flanks, so what I like to do is either place one there or right there, place my TP safely in that corner, gives you a little protection if someone's camping it. And then what I like to do is, place my TP over here. If we're going B or A, I believe, I like to place it in this corner as it's pretty protected. And then I also like to place a trap mid so they can't flank us. Right there. And then from back here, you have a lot of different lineups. You can throw it not backs or behind that box, but you can throw basically anywhere in sight from here. You can throw if you plant the bomb behind this pillar right here. It's a pretty easy pick. Like in my last game review, I got 3 people with 1 trap. You can also throw it generically right on bomb if it's right here, which is a pretty easy lineup to do. And that will secure you around. Just be careful that you're not standing right there. You can stand from behind. Then this is as far back as you can get because it's pretty protected back there. The game did a good job of not making this site too overpowered for Spider, which I like. Now, if we're going B, I like to place my trap there, my TP there, and then we're obviously going B, so I want to play with my team. And after we planted, or before then, my trap and TP here as such, and I can, say the bomb's planted right here. I can go short, and I have a lot of options for my TPs. As like you saw in my last game review that was on this map, I pulled someone from here as well. And we didn't end up winning that round, but it was a good play, and I got the person off. Over here's another really good spot for a spider to play, as you can throw the bomb pretty safely and pretty easy lineup to get them off of it. And lastly, if you're playing coast, you can throw it from back here if you would want that free pick. As you can see, it's the same one as I previously showed you. Now, I've never tried this in game, but I'm pretty sure it would work. You'd be able to play spider mid if you have a TP for a window, and you'd be able to throw your TP trap from here and get anyone off bomb. It would take a little bit of triangulation, but it's great to stop their counters and all of that. Now, the last map I'm going to be showing you today is Tundra. There will be a part 3 of this video going over the final 2 or 3 maps, but Tundra is a pretty good spider map, I would say. You can definitely play spider on this map, and this setup overall is the normal setup you would want to do. You would want to probably place a trip down below to tell you if anyone's that below. Then you would want to place your trap or TP back in spawn, and then behind this little iceberg, place your other one. And then usually I like to place at least one on a trap, either here or you can place it up top. Now this is a little, head peek you can do to see if anyone's here. If you don't see anyone, you can TP out, or if you hear them mid, this nice little TP is perfect. I've gotten countless people doing this, and it obviously just sets the round off right for you, getting a free pick. Now, if you want to be a little bit more safer while doing this, you can come from spawn and throw kind of the same one if they're pushing a link, and it will end up in this little choke, and you'll be able to get a pick or two. Now, heading over to B, this is where I usually like to play. A is too open, and there's too much space for people to get out of your TPs. But B main, here's this trap setup I like to do. And this will get anyone trying to go for heal if I hear them break it. Now here's another one I do. If I see Nitro or anyone building up here, I can trap them here, and that's a free pick. And then this one, if you're fast enough, you can run out to mid, throw it quickly B main, and I've gotten 1 or 2 people doing this setup. It's just fun to see the reactions of people. Then once you do that, I'm going to show you some attack setups, and this video will be over. My first one I like to place there, coupled with a trap to make sure that my TP is safe. You always want to make sure your TP is safe, as if a teammate takes your TP and they get killed, they will tell you about it. So make sure your teammates are safe and overall more happy, because a happier teammate means happier rounds, and happier rounds most likely means you're going to win more. My other one I like to place here. My other one I like to place here, and my TP here. And over here's where you can see where I was standing. Now, some TPs you can do pre-plant or post-plant are as follows. You can throw this one, and you're safe, and that's where people usually plant. Or if it's on the other side of the box, you can throw it over. Then from up top, not really so much a lineup, but if you quick peek like that, you'll be able to pull them off of it without even worrying about getting shot. Now going over to B, you can throw this reverse one mid, and I've gotten one person doing this, but it's a lot of fun just trying to get someone here. You have to time it correctly, and they have to be pushed out pretty far, but it's worth it if you can get someone. Now going B main. This is a classic I like to do. Just throw it back there as Nitro or Pathogen usually likes to hold that, and I can get free picks off that. Right, landing right there. And then, as well as post plant, you can also get up top of here if you would need, which isn't just a spider thing, but anyone can do it. And you'll be able to see down to mid, stopping the rotate. Then the last lineup I'm going to show you is this one mid. This is the reverse of the one I previously showed you. Right here. And what it's going to do is anyone trying to peek this off rip with a sniper is going to get pulled to you and will give you a free kill. There's also this other one mid, and although I've never tried it in game, this is one of the rare ones I have not tried in game. I bet it would work if someone's rotating, but I feel like there's more value to your TPs. So if you want to try this, you can, but I would save it for a different kind, as this is just kind of a fun one. Now this lineup you can do from A main, and it's a pretty fun one as it can throw all the way back to iceberg or ice, and it'll get anyone sitting here. But overall, those were the 4 maps I showed in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for part 3, as I'll be showing you the last 2 or 3 maps that this game has to offer, and what setup you can do to be the ultimate spider player. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys in the next one.